The Spider Sapphire Mystery, Post-Book Questionnaire. Number 1. What was a name you had trouble pronouncing repeatedly?
I had trouble saying, and I don't even know if I said it properly, Madame Lilia Boulouaya. I've never heard that name before. I don't know how to say that name, but it just sounded right to me. Also, Jahan, I don't even remember how I said it now. Jahan and Don. I don't know. I mean, it looked like it should sound like that.
Number 2. What were words you had to look up the pronunciation for?
I always like to, say it the way I think it would be said, and then I look it up and see if I'm right. There were quite a few animals I had to look up, including hyrax. I'd said that one properly. Then there was eland, and diker. And then I looked up, what else? Vasco da Gama. I said that one properly. There was something in Swahili. I don't remember what it was.
Number 3. Which character's voice did you have the most trouble with?
I did not attempt to do any accents, even though there should have been many different accents with a lot of the characters. But I didn't even try because there are some accents I can kind of fake. I can't get it exactly right. But I kind of have fun with Southern accents, Southern American accents. I don't know. I'm not good at them. I don't know if I'm doing a Louisiana accent or a Florida accent or what. I just say Southern U.S. I know that that encompasses many different accents and dialects, but I just do the same thing every time. But I didn't even attempt with any of these characters.
Number 4. Which lines in the book made you laugh?
There were many lines and situations that made me laugh. Some of them you will hear in my goofs. Was it the rhino? I don't remember. When they were watching animals, Bess and George, and Bess had to say, ugh, ugh, and George said, she whispered, that's how they clean themselves. I don't know why she whispered it, like she didn't want the animals to overhear her, but I just found that really funny, and a lot of the part when was it a baboon or a gorilla? I don't even remember. Baboon, I think, stole Gwen's wig, and just Nancy chasing after him and trying to reason with him. I just found that hilarious, and I had a lot of laughing spells.
Number 5. Who is your favorite character in the book?
I guess my favorite character in the book is Gwen. She really contributed a lot to the humor, and I need humor in my books, so I thought she was an interesting character.
Number 6. Who is your least favorite character in the book?
My least favorite character in this book is George, because she's so mean to Bess. She is in every book, but there was one part especially made me very mad. Okay, when they were going to have dinner at one point, and there's a description of it, and it sounds really yummy. Let me read it to you. To one side were spits. I mean, if you're a vegetarian or a vegan or something, you're not going to like this, but to one side were spits on which turkeys, squabs, and pigs were roasting. In front of these stood long tables loaded with a variety of food, including tropical fruits. Smiling chefs were in attendance to help serve the buffet. Bess was ecstatic and started to heap her plate. One dark glance from George, and she put back a luscious-looking pork chop. George, mind your business. And later on, there's a part where Bess is afraid because this man comes up to their car threatening them. And she says that she was scared and almost fainted. And George says, don't be a ninny. Well, I don't like George.
Number 7. Who is someone in the book, besides Nancy and her main gang, Ned, Bess, Bert, George, and Dave, that you would want to be friends with?
I don't know if there's anyone outside of the main characters that I would want to be friends with. I didn't find very many likable people. I definitely wouldn't want to be friends with Gwen. I know her character did a complete turnaround, but I don't know. Our first introduction and impression of her is what stuck with me. And when it said that she was going to be in now, I think she is not sincere. I think her behavior in the airplane, that is the real Gwen. So I don't think I could ever get close to Gwen.
Number 8. Would you go on a real safari if you had a chance?
I would not go on a safari. I don't like hot places. It just does not sound fun to me. I don't like hiking or trekking or I love animals and I would love to see them. And I have seen many of these animals in the zoo. A safari does not appeal to me at all. Although I love the Beach Boys' surfing safari.
Number 9. What are your thoughts on the book?
I enjoyed the book. I don't remember ever reading it before now. I thought it had a lot of action in it. It never really got boring. I must admit that many times I become confused with Nancy Drew mysteries. I can't really understand or keep track of everything that's happening, especially in usually the last chapter when everything is explained. I just get very confused. But there was a lot of humor in this book, and I enjoyed that. So overall, I liked it a lot.
Rank the book from 1 to 10.
I'm so bad at ranking things. It reminds me of when you're in the hospital and they ask you to rate your pain. I'm like, that's so subjective. I can't. It's not a black and white thing. What is a 5 on the pain scale to me could be like a 10 to someone else. So I just refuse to do that. But I will try to rank the book. I will give it a 7. 7 on 10.
Thank you for taking part in the post-book questionnaire.
You're welcome. And thank you, Samuel, for coming up with all the questions. It was my idea to do a post-book questionnaire discussion kind of thing. I come up with good ideas, but then I kind of set them aside. So Samuel took the initiative to come up with all 10 questions. And I think they are excellent. Thank you. Okay, bye now.
And I have seen many of these animals in the zoo.